What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here today on the Madden Rebuild channel as we're back with another new look rebuild, as today we will be doing the Tennessee Titans. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, subscribe if you are new to the channel, as always, greatly appreciated. Also, I have a football podcast with a few of my friends, link to that is down in the description below if you're interested in hearing me talk football outside of Madden. But let's talk about the Tennessee Titans and what they got on their roster currently. So obviously Mike Vrabel, as we know, is a great head coach. But this is currently what we're working with. We got Andre Dillard, Peter Skoronski was our first round pick, Brewer, how do you say his first name? Dylan Reduns, I don't know. Dylan Reduns, I don't know if that's how you say his name. And then you got Nicholas Petit-Frere, Okonkwo, Traylon Burks, and then Moore, and then Kyle Phillips, and of course Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry. They got Spears in round 3. On the defense side of the football, you got Kevin Byard, Harold Landry, Azeez Al-Shaair, Arden Key, Marty Hooker, I should say, Christian Fulton, Raj McCreary, Farley, Sean Murphy-Bunting, Jeffrey Simmons, Tart, and Autry. So honestly, there's a lot to like about this defense. Some pretty good pieces on this defense side of the football. On the other hand, the offense, it could use some work. But we are going to go ahead and summary the season, of course, as we usually do, and not do much of anything. So I'm going to move Traylon Burks to wide receiver 1 right away, by the way. And then another thing I'm doing right away, which I don't know if the Titans will actually do this. I doubt it. I'm starting Will Levis right away. I really don't have any loyalty to Ryan Tannehill in this video. Personally, I think they should just go young anyway. So I'm just going to go with Will Levis. But I do understand the fact that you start the veteran at first, and then eventually you turn the reins over to your younger quarterback you drafted. So Will Levis will be the starter immediately. Let's develop him as quickly as possible. I will see you guys at the end of year 1. I expect to be very, very bad, by the way. But who knows? Maybe this team surprises me. We'll see what happens. Let's see if we make the playoffs. I highly doubt it, though. So at the end of the season, we actually almost made the playoffs in this division at 7-10. So that's probably a good sign. More than I thought, better than I thought it would be. That's for sure. So we take a look at the player stats for this year. Offense was 26th in the NFL. Not great at all. That's not great to see at all. Defensively, 8th in the NFL. I liked a lot of the things we had on our defense. So I'm not too surprised by that. But 20-10 from Will Levis. Solid rookie year. Didn't turn over the ball more than he threw touchdowns. So that's always a good sign. Derrick Henry, 18 touchdowns, 1,500 yards receiving. Chris Moore got involved, 1,100 yards. Traylon Burks, 900. Okonkwo was 700, and then 700 for Kyle Phillips. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had 13 from Jeffrey Simmons, 6.5 from Nico Autry, 2.5 from Landry, and he had 4 interceptions from Murphy-Bunting, 3 from McCreary, 3 from Amani Hooker, and then 2 from Azeez Al-Shaair, which I love that addition to their defense, by the way. So let's get into the offseason, where we got a big offseason ahead of us, because as much as we almost won this division, this team still is not good enough. We're not a contender. There's just no way we can sit here and say that. So we got some pieces to add. I love what we're able to do on defense, but if we can add more to the offense, and I definitely still would love to add more to the defense, because as much as it did great, I still think there's some missing pieces, and we might have some guys leaving, coming in and out. So definitely would be a good, start to go add to the defense. One thing we know for sure is we have Jeffrey Simmons, who's great. But other than that, we definitely need to look at everything involved with this defense. So let's go take a look on who is ready to negotiate their contracts. We are going to have a ton of cap space. We have Tart. We have Sean Murphy-Bunting, who looks superstar. Azeez Al-Shaair. Chris Moore, who had his best year, but I don't really plan on bringing him back, to be honest with you. So I think I'm just going to re-sign the top 3, I should say. So I'm going to try to get Tart back. I want to keep this defense intact as much as possible, then obviously add on to that. So Tart, we bring him back. Murphy-Bunting, coming off a great year, unlock superstar Dev. If we can bring him back as well, that's going to be great. We definitely have a lot of good corners, but they're all just solid. Nobody is a number 1. So Murphy-Bunting, though, if we can keep him, that'd be great. And then last but not least, Azeez Al-Shaair, we're going to bring him back as well on a multiple-year deal. That way we have him locked up, and then we should be very happy with that. So not too bad. We keep everything we need on the defense. Feeling good about that. And now we can head into free agency. Probably splurge on a wide receiver, because as we don't really have any good weapons. We have a solid young tight end, Okonkwo, who showed promise last year. Traylon Burks could definitely be something for us. But other than that, I'm not in love with what we have at wide receiver. We got a couple of upgrades here, but I want to see if any development trades or anything like that has changed for this team. And then we can go into free agency and spend some money, even though this free agency class is kind of unfortunate. So Will Levis still going to be the starter, and I think we can cut Ryan Tannehill, so that might even free me up even more money. We have Dillard Skoronski, Petit-Frere, our right guard, Okonkwo, Kyle Phillips, Traylon Burks. Yeah, definitely need 2 wide receivers at the very least. Our backup running back, Ryan Tannehill, is probably going to be cut. Offensive line could use some work as well. Defensively, Nico Autry, Simmons, Tart definitely could use some depth. Got plenty of depth at corner, but still could use like a number 1. And then linebackers aren't too bad either, as Arden Key unlocks stars. So not too bad. I think the defense has got some good pieces. Could add more to it though. And we definitely need a lot on offense. But I am going to cut Ryan Tannehill 100%. So we made our first 5 offers here in free agency, and it's a no-brainer to me to bring in Miles Jack, who is a superstar X Factor. I don't know why he goes off every single time, but the man just turns into a stud. He's a scheme fit, superstar X Factor, has interest in playing for us. That to me is a no-brainer. We're bringing him in. Mecole Hardman would be a great wide receiver opposite of Burks. Trace Roulier, we do need a new center, and he is the best one I can get. So I'm going to even up my offer even further on him because I really want him, to be honest with you. That way I don't have to worry about center in the draft, and we just have a veteran right there. So he has some injury problems, but hopefully we can get him. Isaiah Wynn would just be solid depth, and put him forward be depth as well. So let's see if we get all 5 of them. That'd be great if we do. To start free agency class, very good. And we don't get Miles Jack and Mecole Hardman. Well, at least we got those 2. Did not get Roulier, and did not get Isaiah Wynn either. Puna Ford is still thinking about it, but we can still go out there and look for some more options as well. So center position, there is one more guy, but he might be gone by now. Connor McGovern also could be something for us because and then Ben Jones is a former Titan. I'm not bringing him back. McGovern, I'll go for as well. Scheme fit, we need a center. We need someone here. So if we can just bring him in, that'd be great. I'll go for that if we need to. And then I do want to get some depth at the ends as well. So Brandon Graham, Larian, and Joby, that's fine. We need some depth. That's all I'm really looking for at this point. So let's bring him in to back up Nico Autry. And then let's go to the other side right in. And then we have Akeem Hicks, who is a veteran. Probably only play this year, but behind Jeffrey Simmons, that's great. The defense will just keep churning. So that's 4 options we've gone for. Will we get all 4? Maybe not. Nothing sexy here, but if we can get all 4 of these guys as depth, that'd be great. We do get Akeem Hicks and a Joby, so we got that taken care of. Puna Ford and Connor McGovern are still thinking about it. Center position might be our number 1 priority going into the draft because we literally don't have one at this point, or not a good one anyway. So let's see, man. McGovern, we might get outbidded for him, and we are going to only get Puna Ford. So we got some depth on the D-line, got a middle linebacker, got ourselves a wide receiver as well, but defensively, or not defensively, offensively, offensive line, still need an offensive lineman, still need probably one more wide receiver. Yeah, still a disaster for the most part on the offense, but defensively, getting Miles Jack is a huge win. Got some depth. Corners and safeties aren't bad, and our linebackers are pretty solid as well. So probably just gonna head straight to the draft. I might make a trade before draft night so we can get like a center or something, or maybe a wide receiver. We got to bring something in to hopefully just put Will Levis in a better position. I'm sending a 3rd and a 5th over to the Dolphins for Connor Williams. Getting myself a center. That way we have some protection for Will Levis. I don't have to address the center position in the draft anymore. So wide receiver is going to be a number 1 priority. And then offensive line, just kind of whatever is here. So we did have a mid record. So we'll probably be later in the draft. So at pick number 9. Wide receiver is going to be like something I'm really looking for, to be honest with you, because you get yourselves a good wide receiver, that's going to go a long way. So we got Caleb Williams, not going to go for a quarterback. Bryce Foster, I guess I could have taken him, but now that we got our center, we don't need to do that anymore. A right guard would not be a terrible option, but we have like Mario Williams. What other wide receivers do we have available? Marvin Harrison, I see him, and that might be the pick. Marvin Harrison, Ohio State, no brainer to me. We got to bring him in. Let's make sure he doesn't go to the Colts, and we bring him into Tennessee. And that's going to be Will Levis's number 1 weapon going into next year. We'll make one more pick at round 2, pick 9. Probably going to go offensive line in this moment, unless there's just something better here. Grayson goes off the board to the Bucks. And then we got Will Rogers, another quarterback, another free safety, another corner, another linebacker, Gary Bryant, Storm Duck, Desmond Evans, Jalen Jones. What do I want to go here? Do I want to go for bringing another offensive lineman to Zach Frazier? We could probably draft him and move him to right guard. He's a scheme fit, has very good ratings. Why not? Let's bring in some more protection. I'll bring in Zach Frazier. Could have been our center. So do I feel dumb about drafting or trading for a center? Maybe, but that's okay. We can move him to right guard or move Connor Williams to right guard. We'll make it work. So feel pretty good about those 2 selections though, for sure. So going into next season, looking something like this: Andre Dillard, Peter Skoronski, Connor Williams, Zach Frazier, Nicholas Petit-Frere, Okonkwo, if I didn't say Dillard, him as well. Mecole Hardman, Traylon Burks, Derrick Henry, Will Levis, Haskins, Marvin Harrison, Kyle Phillips. So wide receiver room is looking a ton better with Marvin Harrison here and then Traylon Burks as well. On the defense side of the football, we didn't change much of anything, to be honest with you. The only thing I really did is added depth to our D-line, which we'll need to add more depth. Still feel like we need a number 1 corner, but we got so much depth at corner that maybe that makes up for it. So we shall see what happens. Also, the Miles Jack addition was a big one as well. We're going to select year 2. We almost made the playoffs in our division in year 1. I feel like we've only gotten better, so hopefully Maybe with adding Marvin Harrison, Will Levis will hit a development stride, and maybe we made the playoffs in year 2. We shall see. So at the end of this season, we missed the playoffs once again, but there is a silver lining. We went over 500 at 9-8. So we just barely missed out on being in the playoffs, which sucks, but it is what it is. So at least that's a good sign. We're taking a step in the right direction. Offense was better, 14th in the NFL, which is what I wanted to see. And defensively, on the other hand, 14th as well. So not too bad. 25-14 from Will Levis. I'll take that. Malik Willis is still here. Derrick Henry, 800 yards, 19 touchdowns. He's a must resign in my opinion, although he's getting over the age of 30 at this point, I would imagine. We still want to keep him. Receiving wise, Marvin Harrison came in, made a big difference. Miko Hardman's still really good as well. Traylon Burks, Okonkwo, so all very good. On the other hand, defensively, if we take a real quick look, sacks wise, we had 9 from Harold Landry, 8.5, and then 4, and then 2, and then 1.5 interceptions, 3 from Byard, and then 2 from Miles Jack. 2 from Marty Hooker, and then 2 from Murphy Bunting, 2 from McCreary. Now, it is time for the re-signing stage. I would love to keep everything that we have and then add on to that, just kind of like we did last year. We got 9 players. I'm pretty sure Derrick Henry is a free agent here, and then there's going to be some other important guys. So Derrick Henry, yep, number 1 priority. Simmons did get locked up in real life, but he is a free agent. Fulton, Danico Autry. Okay, not too bad. $100 million in cap space. Of course, Derrick Henry. He's 30 years old, but at this point, he's 97 overall. Superstar X Factor. Of course, the offense has always been built around him. So yeah, I feel like we got to bring Derrick Henry back. Jeffrey Simmons, same thing. Even if he says no to this is easily a franchise tag for me. So whatever it takes, I'm going to try to bring back Jeffrey Simmons. And he is back. So we got him locked up, which is great. Connor Williams, I traded a third for him last year. So I'm going to try to keep him as my center. That way we kind of have our offensive line staying intact. We get him back. And then last but not least is going to be Christian Fulton, who, you know what? I'll move on. I'll move on from Christian Fulton. Reason being is because we just have so many good corners. We need to replace one of these corners with a number 1 corner. That's my opinion. So we're going to move on from him. That's going to give us $67 million in cap space. Danico Autry has gone down so bad in overall. I think we'll move on from him as well. So let's head into free agency. Take one last look at our lineup. I know we're going to need a tight end upgrade because I've been rolling with Okonkwo for too long. We get another tight end here. That's going to go great. A corner. And then I think also an end, basically. So take a real quick look at it, though, just to be on the safe side. So Will Levis, Marvin Harrison, superstar dev. Love to see that. But yeah, tight end, offensive line, I think is good enough. I mean, a tackle wouldn't hurt either if we can get a different tackle in the building. But tight end for sure. For sure. Defensively, let's get an end. Even though we have some depth here, let's get a left end and let's get a number 1 corner. Let's get like a legit corner that we could be excited about. Other than that, and then tight end, maybe a tackle. I wouldn't mind that either. So this team is ready to be in the playoffs next year, and we're ready to be contenders again. I think if we're able to hit this right, Nick Bosa, that's going to be a little too optimistic, but that'd be great if we can bring him in. Jalen Hurts, we're not going to go for him. We're going to believe in obviously what we have. Antoine Winfield, DeAndre Hunter. I mean, I said I needed a left end. He's a scheme fit. Definitely could be interesting if we got him as a veteran presence at Oliver Tua. Montez Sweat also could be exactly what we're looking for as well. But let's go corner. Corner is like one thing I for sure wanted. So Diggs, Awuzie, Byron Jones, Byron Murphy. There's a lot of good options. Of course, Trayvon Diggs is just easily the best guy we can get. He's superstar X Factor. Adding that to the defense is going to go a long way. So I'm going to go for him. And then tight end was the other position I said I needed an upgrade at. So let's go for that. Gerald Everett, superstar dev. Juwan Johnson. I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. Gerald Everett's going to be the guy. He can start over Okonkwo. And then last but not least, I said that right end position or left end, whichever one it was, Zach Sealer, and then right end. So we have either Nick Bosa or Montez Sweat, who actually has interest in playing for us. And then there was also like DeAndre Hunter. But I'm going to go for Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat could play opposite of Jeffrey Simmons. That'd be a great get. And then that might be it. So let's see if we get all 3 of those guys to sign. And I also mentioned tackle as well. So left tackle, we have, sorry, I meant to go to all players. Left tackle, we got Jedrick Willis, Jonah Williams. That wouldn't be bad options. George Fant and Morris. Okay, I'm for sure going for Jonah Williams. Jonah Williams, going to try to bring him in, and that will be my free agency. So that'd be a huge upgrade to protect Will Levis's blind side a little bit further. We get all 4 of these guys. That's a home run. Home run free agency if we can get all 4 of these guys to sign. So let's see if we get just that. Targeted, Trayvon Diggs, Montez Sweat, Gerald Everett, Jonah Williams. Let's see. Can we get them all? Montez Sweat's the only one I'm worried about. And we are going to get all 4. All 4 are brought in. And just like that, we're ready for next season. I'm not even worried about the draft at this point. We're up to an 85 overall. We should easily be a contender next year. We've replaced all of our weak positions. Will Levis is only going to keep getting better. Marvin Harrison hit his stride. Burks should be better. Offensive line's looking a little bit better. The defense side of football, defense is looking great with Trayvon Diggs being brought in. And we also got Montez Sweat opposite of Jeffrey Simmons. So exactly what we wanted. I will see you guys in the end of next season. So at the end of the season, like I mentioned, I thought we had the perfect offseason. We built up to this point and we went 11-6 and won our division. We do welcome in our division rival, the Jacksonville Jaguars, for our first playoff game. Let's go take a look at the stats for the season. Offensively, 17th in the NFL. Will Levis has been great, which is good to see. Defensively, 22nd in the NFL. So defense fell off a little bit. 44-4 from Will Levis. Wow, what a season from our man Will Levis. Derrick Henry, 14 touchdowns, 800 yards receiving. Marvin Harrison, 13 touchdowns, 800 yards from Burks, 800. Gerald Everett, 14 touchdowns. Love to see it. Defensively, interceptions, we had 7 from Diggs, 4 from Byard, 3 from Jack, and then 2 from Arden Key. Sacks, 14 from Montez Sweat, 12.5 from Jeffrey Simmons, 5.5, and then 2.5. So, despite the defense being ranked pretty low, love the turnovers we caused and everything else, the sacks, everything. So, let's jump in. Let's play the Jaguars, and let's see if we can move on to divisional weekend. Wildcard weekend against the Jacksonville Jaguars to start our playoffs this season. Let's see if we can go up 7-0. We do not. Jags take the lead 7-0. We need a response, and we're not getting anything so far from offense. There we go, 7-7. Let's respond here with another one, 14-7 W. Interception from Roger McCreary, 17-7 so far. Let's just keep this lead, and we're moving on to the divisional weekend. Defense playing great. Jazz got, I don't even know what they just got, but they went up to 9. So it's 9-20. I think they got a safety. That's what it was, but it's looking good, and we're moving on. So we beat the Jaguars in wildcard weekend, and now we're headed to divisional weekend. Absolutely love to see it. Will Levis wins his first playoff game in his career. Take down Doug Peterson and the Jags. Now we're back at home for divisional weekend, bringing in the Buffalo Bills. So let's see if we can come in here and take them down. 3-0 start. So having a lead is always a great sign. We go up 6-0. Buffalo gonna respond with a field goal in their own right, and they got a touchdown with great field position. And is this where we start to fall off? Nope. 13-10. We take the lead. Second half. Bills get a field goal to tie it up. Can we take, interception, it looks like. Okay, we take it right back, though, the lead, I should say. 16-27, 22-27. We have the lead right now. What we're going to hang on to is the question. I think we're moving on, boys, to the AFC Championship. 5 seconds left, and just like that, we've taken down the Jaguars, the Bills. Next will be the Raiders or the Chiefs. So if we play the Chiefs, I don't know if I like my chances, but we'll see what happens. So we're back at home once again. So you know what that means. The Raiders took down the Chiefs. They did our dirty work. So obviously the Raiders could be very good though. So the fact that they could beat the Chiefs means they could probably beat us. But we're up 7-0 start things off. 3-7. And we are going to have a field goal again. Raiders get another one. And so far so good. Offense is moving the ball. We have the lead by 4 as of right now. But the Raiders take it right there. Can we go take it back? We do, 24-20. Raiders take it back, fourth quarter time, and the Raiders 30-24. We need a response. Will Levis, we get it. 30-31, another interception. 38, boom, just like that. We drain out the clock. We're headed to the Super Bowl with Will Levis. Take down Josh McDaniels on the Raiders, and we're waiting on either the Bears or the Falcons in the Super Bowl. So we're coming into the Super Bowl to play the Chicago Bears. So Derrick Henry and the Titans with Will Levis. Can we get them a ring? So far, it's 0-0, but interception from Diggs gives us good field position and take a field goal. The Bears get a touchdown, and we're going to take it back 10-7. Another good field position, but we don't do anything with it. 17-7. We are playing on their side of the field right now, it's looking like, at least by the basing it off what we see, but we gave them great field position as well. Another interception, 28-14. We're going to the fourth quarter with a 2-touchdown lead. Another interception, 35-14. As long as we just keep the foot on the pedal, 30-20, and just like that, baby, your Titans are champions. We have won the Super Bowl, bringing home the Lombardi Trophy to Tennessee. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you drop a like if you did. I will see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.